Next, we have Ken Richardson. Ken has served on the CCU Advisory Board, served as HGTC Board Chairman for 15 years, and currently Chairman Emeritus, and a local businessman. Welcome, Ken.
I'm going to start off, I'm Ken Richardson. I'm going to start off by thanking a few people. It takes a lot today, especially with the internet and everything else, to put your name on a ballot. Because when you do, you open yourself up to the internet, people that know you, people that don't know you. You know, I told somebody the other day, I don't mind what people say about me, but if they would at least get my name right, you know, at least I'm getting a little bit of free publicity. But you know, somebody like Miss Millie over here, and I want to point her out just a minute, because she has been at every event that I've been to. There is no doubt in my mind she is passionate about what she believes in. Miss Millie, I thank you for that. And it's some of that passion that's got me where I'm at here today. The last meeting I think that I spoke at, I made a comment about I wasn't a teacher. And I got corrected after that, and I was told that I need to tell people I am a businessman, but I'm an educator. I built the building you guys are sitting in tonight. I know a little bit about what's going on with the Horry County school systems. I think what Ms. Pat mentioned a while ago about getting kids ready. You know, a lot of people that don't go to the four-year institutions, they come to Horry Georgetown Technical College. I was responsible, or I was one of the 4 people responsible for starting the early childhood college program that's done over here at Horry Georgetown Technical College. Now, unfortunately, Janice and I, we haven't had a chance to bump heads or meet each other because of conflicts of schedule. And we're down to our last week. And I never thought I would say this, but I'm going to kind of miss the campaign. I was in a little place called Sugar Bears the other day. Sugar Bears is up in Green Sea. It's a little country store, and I met a farmer, and I asked him for his vote, and he said, well, son, if you'll drive to my house and talk to me and my wife, we might vote for you. So I drove to his house, and his wife was out there, and they were picking watermelons, and I went out in the watermelon field with them, and I asked them for their vote. And she said, you know, son, she said, I don't think I've ever had a politician come out here and ask me for my vote. And I said, well, ma'am, I'm not really a politician. She said, how many of these watermelons do you want? And I said, well, I said, how much are they? And she told me, and she said, I'm going to just give you some for coming. I said, no, ma'am, they might consider that to be a campaign contribution. I said, so if it's okay, I'd rather just take a couple of them and I'll pay you for it. But I've met some great people on this trip. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. And I think we've had some good candidates. We've got some good candidates in this race. I don't think you've seen some of the mudslinging and some of the stuff you've seen in some of the other races. And like I started out by saying, it takes a lot for you to put your name on the ballot today. You know, when this election's over, next Wednesday morning, if I lose, I lost, I'm still the chairman emeritus of Horry Georgetown Technical College. Yeah, it won't be the end of the world to me. Janice, she's still on the school board. She's going to be on the school board whether she wins or loses. Miss Millie, I know the sun and moon may vary a little bit, but I can guarantee you she's not going to miss an event, and you're going to hear what she just told you just a few minutes ago. Now, if I do get elected, I am going to try to do some of the things that Miss Millie talks about. I'm going to try. Because, unfortunately, we don't live in Finland. We live in the United States of America. And I have to go by the laws that are handed down to me, not not what I wish the laws were. But it don't take a thing away from what she's saying. I believe in what she's saying. Listen, my own grandson, if he could vote, I told her this the other day, if he could vote, I would not give his vote. He wants more recess. He's in his past. But unfortunately, it's a business. And you have to treat it like a business. I am a businessman. I have common sense. And I am no nonsense. I'm willing to negotiate. I'm willing to try to do what I can. But I am number one for the students, the parents, the teachers, and the taxpayers. There's a lot of people got children in school, but there's a lot of people that don't have children in school. I have grandchildren in school. I went through the Horry County schools. My children went through the Horry County schools, and my grandchildren went through. Is that my buzzer saying my time's up? My time's up. I want to thank you. My name's Ken Richardson. This will come down to who gets out and votes. I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you, and Ken, I believe you have.
Yeah, I have another.
He has another speaking engagement.
Ken Richardson, who's running for school board, and we're talking about the growth, the astronomical growth of the county at 22%, with teacher retention, with keeping employees. Ken's a businessman. I want to ask him, is from his business perspective, how do you manage growth?
Well, you have to, David, one of the things that we're going to have to do is we can't play catch up. We have to build, and we don't need to be building and getting a situation that when we finish the building, it's already outgrown the students, and we're having to put a pod next to a brand new building. So I think we need to be able to be thinking ahead, building ahead, and not playing catch up with the system. And as far as retaining the staff, that's going to come, and the teachers, that's going to come back down to money. It ultimately ends up that. We've lost, I think, 5 principals in the last 6 months to the Charleston School District. We don't need to be losing teachers or principals to another school district. We need to pay what it takes to keep the good quality people here that we have.